Reddick also pits from third. He was a little bit loose at the start, got tighter as the run went on. They made an air pressure adjustment. Jason Toy.
Kyle Busch will be the first of the leaders to hit his mark in his Toyota Supra. They'll go right side work complete, left side on. Complaining is awfully tight. Second can of Sunoco fuel goes in for Kyle Busch. He is down of the way. Drag races on the pit lane. Him and Tyler Reddick, also Justin Allgaier as well. Justin Haley on for 4 tires and fuel. Sunoco fuel, also the same thing for Christopher Bell, our leader. 4 tires for him. Not many adjustments, if any at all, for Christopher Bell. The leaders are down and away.
Looks like Christopher Bell won the race off of pit road with Kyle. It's presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Doing a repair that needs a special tool, O'Reilly Auto Parts makes it easy with our loaner tool program. Purchase the part you need, then put down a deposit on the loaner tool. When the job's done, return the tool and your deposit is refunded. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day.
95 of the 200 laps have been completed, 105 laps remaining. Pit stops have just
Oh, one sec. It's a business call. Hi, this is Rochelle.
Put your best voice forward with Grasshopper, the virtual phone system.
Veteran drivers and rookie drivers. NASCAR Today Midday keeps you up to date with all your favorites each weekday.
It's a dream come true. A lot of you know the path that I've gone down.
There's a lot of opportunity with the package changes, you know, with the Chevrolet and the work they're putting in. And I know one thing's for sure, it's good to have my name on the top of the Cup car.
Don't miss any of the breaking NASCAR news with NASCAR Today Midday. Only on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Tomorrow, America's best drivers duel in the Arizona desert. Live coverage of the Ticket Guardian 500 from ISM Raceway begins at 2:30 Eastern Time, only on the Motor Racing Network.
As we just documented with the pit stops, Christopher Bell did win the race off from pit road. Kyle Busch, Tyler Reddick, Justin Allgaier, Cole Custer, your top 5. Austin Cindric, Noah Gragson, Ryan Truex, Michael Annett, and Jeremy Clements, your top 10. 97 laps deep into this 200-lap race. From ISM Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
To the fans who've been here from the beginning and the new ones along the way, to those who've witnessed history and those who've made their own, you've made the last 50 years go by fast, and we're not slowing down. This is Talladega.
Need to find your local MRN radio station? Taking a trip and want to listen to NASCAR races? Go to MRN.com. Click on stations to find all MRN's local radio stations. Plan a trip and map out MRN stations along your route. MRN on your local stations. Tune in. For children with chronic medical conditions, Victory Junction means friends, fun, freedom. That's because we provide a medically safe environment where kids who live in a world of hospitals and doctors' visits can laugh, play, and discover all they can be, all at no cost to their families. Victory Junction inspires confidence, builds self-esteem, and changes the life of every camper who comes through our gates. Find out how you can change a child's life. Go to victoryjunction.org.
Back here at ISM Raceway, 98 laps deep, so we're about a lap and a half from going back to green flag racing. Have a number of cars right now lined up behind the pace car that will take the wave around. Once that happens, Christopher Bell will be at the top of the scoring pylon. Well, he's at the top of the scoring pylon. He'll be lined up behind the pace car and ready to bring us back to green. Just a minute ago, we asked, who do you think will win the IK9 Service Dog 200? And, well, you've been following along pretty well with us here on Motor Racing Network. 55% say Christopher Bell will win this race. We love when you share your opinions with us. You can do that all the time at mrn.com/vote. Of course, follow along on all our social media channels, Instagram, our Facebook, our Twitter. When you're interacting with us on Twitter at MRN Radio, make sure you use the hashtag AskMRN. Love the social media interaction, and we love our fan polls. So you, like many, are thinking Christopher Bell's looking pretty good as we get now into the second half of this race.
Field is getting the one to go signal and going green flag racing next time around, going through the Crackle restart zone. We've got 7 lead changes among 4 drivers so far this afternoon, 3 cautions for a total of 14 laps. Christopher Bell, we've been bringing him back to the line. A free pass. The recipient is Stephen Light for the second time today. Stephen here driving for JD Motorsports, so he will get back on the lead lap. It'll be Christopher Bell and Kyle Busch. They pretty much have been the story of the afternoon, but we're a little bit surprised, I think, that Christopher Bell's got a little bit better car than Kyle Busch.
Christopher has had the better car, but now it's time for the money adjustments. The money stop. We'll still have one more pit stop, as Jason documented. Where and when that happens is going to be interesting. May be dictated by a caution period. If it goes green, that gets interesting, but still some adjustments to be made on the car. We'll be interested to see what Kyle Busch's crew did on his race car as they roll into turn number 3.
Essentially a 100-lap dash to the checkered flag here, and you just can't dangle that kind of carrot in front of Kyle Busch. Here we go, the gearbox and off the throttle. Christopher Bell and Kyle Busch cross the stripe. They're side by side through the dog leg.
Kyle Busch in the outside lane. Christopher Bell to the bottom. Still locked up side by side into turn number 1. It's going to be Bell by a half a car length on the inside of the racetrack with a lead.
Kyle Busch gets the momentum on the outside. He'll pull even again. Justin Allgaier, an interested onlooker, outside lane, does not advance, still side by side.
Side by side for the top spot. Christopher Bell down low. Kyle Busch gets a good run off turn number 4. Give Kyle Busch the lead. Christopher Bell in second spot, but he's under file. Here's Justin Allgaier looking low.
Allgaier a good run to the bottom of the racetrack, out of the kinking into turn number 1. Justin Allgaier to second. Christopher Bell back to third by a half car length.
They're losing touch with the leader, Kyle Busch, some 4 car lengths behind him. Side by side for second. Allgaier and his Chevrolet Camaro to the inside of Bell.
This is the best Allgaier has looked all afternoon. Bell from that middle groove doesn't give Allgaier any room at all. Pinches him down on the bottom. Bell maintains the second spot.
Great racing from second on back, and they remain side by side. It has allowed Kyle Busch to break away at the front of the field by some 10 car lengths over this battle for second between Allgaier and Bell.
Christopher Bell in the outside lane has the momentum. He'll have the second spot. Allgaier not giving up the fight just yet. Takes a peek again to the inside.
Allgaier looks slow. Tyler Reddick right in his tire tracks. Those are the 3rd and 4th place drivers, but as Kyle Rickey mentioned, that has allowed Kyle Busch to stretch out to nearly a second advantage as they head back to turn 1.
Large gap back to this battle for second. It continues between Christopher Bell and Justin Allgaier. Tyler Reddick is there as well, as is Ryan Truex.
Battle for second heats up again. Here's Justin Allgaier again to the inside of Bell, but Allgaier slips just a bit and falls back in line.
You'll recall that Allgaier won both stages in the November race here at ISM Raceway, then got mixed up in somebody else's incident, and the brakes started to fail on him. He wants redemption. He looks to the inside of Christopher Bell.
Justin Allgaier will take that spot away with ease upon entry into turn number 1, able to make the pass on Christopher Bell, who is now kicked back to third.
As Tyler Reddick goes on the charge now on the back bumper of Christopher Bell, you can easily see with the naked eye Christopher Bell very loose down here at turns 3 and 4.
Christopher Bell, he's been so dominant all race long. Now he is struggling. Justin Allgaier is so wide. It looks like Tyler Reddick is right there in the tire tracks through the dog leg.
Reddick is in 4th, Ryan Truex 5th, Austin Cindric in 6th, all of which are closing in on Christopher Bell, who is back to that 3rd spot, only a car length and a half behind Justin Allgaier.
Christopher Bell's going to have to adjust the way he drives that race car right now as he continues to hold 2 car lengths on Tyler Reddick, 3rd and 4th.
Bit of a 4-car breakaway up at the front. The fight is on from 5th on back. That's where you'll find Ryan Truex. He has got a mirror full of Austin Cindric and Cole Custer. They're single file off the line.
Cole Custer is there. John Hunter Nemechek trying to make that a 4-way battle from 5th on back. But right now it's Ryan Truex by a car length over Austin Cindric for that spot.
And he continues to lose ground, does Austin Cindric to the top 4. He now finds himself some 8 car lengths behind that group.
They are about 8 car lengths back, running for the 5th spot. Back at the front of the field, though, Kyle Busch, 1.3 seconds. And, well, now Justin Allgaier is actually closing it down. He knocked a 10th off down into turn number 1.
Himself and the race leader, Kyle Busch.
And turn, Allgaier's been able to open up some 6 to 7 car lengths on the third place running Christopher Bell, who looks in the mirror and sees Tyler Reddick beginning to close in again.
Justin Allgaier has been a top 10 car this afternoon. Now in segment 3, he is a top 5 car running in that second spot, continuing his hot pursuit of the leader, Kyle Busch.
Yeah, but can he close in on the race leader, Kyle Busch? He is doing so slowly.
Kyle Busch so doggone smooth off turn number 2, does not let the car waver any at all. Kyle Busch continues to hold the lead.
Yes, he is holding the lead. We talked about Christopher Bell. He's going the wrong way. We talked about Justin Allgaier. He's going the right way. Let's get out to pit road and find out what the crews are saying about the car. First off, let's go to Jason Toy.
Well, you talk about Christopher Bell falling back a little bit. He is really loose. But the big thing for Bell is he's set for a long run. And that's what we could have here on this final stretch. So we saw how great of a run he was last time. The longer it went, the better he got. That's what he's anticipating this time. So trying to work his way through that loose condition for right now to get ready to pick up some spots here down towards the end. Dylan Welch.
Well, and Jason, somebody who's going the opposite way, and that's forward, is Justin Allgaier. And they've been struggling all day with the balance of the race car. And talking to crew chief Jason Burdett before the race, he said that they felt like they were balanced coming into this race. The faster they tried to make the car, the worse it drove. So they felt like they were where they wanted to be as far as how the handling of the car was working, but they just didn't have the overall speed that they needed. And right now they're starting to hit on all cylinders here, and they're starting to find the speed in their race car as well as getting it handling better. They've got that tight condition worked out of it. They're still not perfect, but they're moving in the right direction here over the course of both of those pit stops at the end of stage 2. And the car certainly is showing speed here as they drove by Christopher Bell and is trying to track down that race leader Kyle Busch.
Balance over the run. Right. Kyle Busch was concerned about it. It looks like he has found it. Looks like Justin Allgaier's found it. It looks like maybe Christopher Bell has lost it a little bit. That's one of our keys to the race here. And we'll see how it goes. We're still looking at 88 laps from the end of this one.
And as you heard from the pit, Christopher Bell's car is set. Here is Bell. He's going to have to exercise a lot of patience and hope that the race will back up to him. We'll see how it plays out. So we are joined in the booth by none other than Julie Giese, the president of ISM Raceway. Julie, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
This is the second time we've been at the new configuration and the new amenities for the fans. It is a absolutely beautiful job done here at ISM Raceway. Tell us about the fan feedback.
It exceeded our expectations. It was a sellout weekend. The vibe that weekend was tremendous, and the vibe coming out of the weekend has continued. The fans absolutely loved the experience that we gave them. That infield experience really took it over the top.
Now, I heard from someone else that you said that the spring event is much different than the fall event in terms of who attends and what you guys got going on. Tell us about the difference between the two events.
It definitely is. This event, the November event is all about the championship and what's about to happen the next week at Miami Speedway. We're very focused on the race action. This event, we really want to create a lot of different activities and get a lot of different people out here. This is a good event to really test and try NASCAR. The infield experience for us allows us to do that. We've got the Modern Margarita Tequila Bar and the Miller Lite Beer Garden, and oh, by the way, you can walk into the NASCAR garages and, you know, watch the teams working on the cars. You don't get to do that anymore.
We were spoiled out here in November, but we were riding in the interstate here, and one of our producers, Brian Nelson, was not here in November, and we came into the bridge here, and he's like, oh my God, look at this. The beauty of it is you've got a great first impression, but it's good to be able to back it up when people do get inside of the facility as well.
Absolutely. I still have that reaction when I drive over the bridge, and it still takes your breath away and how beautiful it is. But we have facility, and it's just the response has been we may be in a special history. I mean, the teams, I've spent the last 2 days during the Cup practice walking the garage just to kind of see the vibe of it. And as soon as those drivers are out of the car, they're signing autographs, taking pictures. The teams are interacting, answering questions. It's everything we wanted it to be.
And it's absolutely fantastic. We're really not overhyping this. Visit there last November. Legendary, absolutely fantastic. Now let's talk about tomorrow's Supercross 500. Are there tickets still available?
There definitely are. You can go ahead and still purchase online at ismraceway.com, or if you just want to drive out here, we have free parking. Walk up to the ticket gate, get the ticket that you want, make sure you have that infield experience to that ticket experience so that you can get inside and celebrate in Gatorade Victory Lane, walk into the garages. There's just so much that you can do here.
Julie King, ISM Raceway, thank you so much for the visit. We appreciate all the work you've done. Folks,
absolutely. Thank you guys for all of your support.
Well, absolutely. This place is a show place, that is for sure. And they're putting on a show here today in the Xfinity Series race. It's the I-Canine Service Walk 200. And right now, Kyle Busch has put into a different gear, nearly 2 seconds ahead of the field. Kyle Busch is the race leader. Justin Allgaier is second. Christopher Bell is third. Tyler Reddick is fourth. Ryan Truex is fifth. Custer in the 6th spot. Austin Cindric is 7th, with John Hunter Nemechek 8th. Michael Annett 9th, and Chase Briscoe 10th.
Justin Haley races in the 11th spot. 12th is Ryan Sieg. Brandon Jones in 15th. 14th, you'll find Noah Gregson with Jeremy Clements in 15th. 16th, Brandon Brown. Ross Chastain in the 17th spot. 18th is Ray Black in 2nd, and Gray Galding 19th. 20th is Stephen Light.
Tyler Hill runs in the 21st spot. Jeff Fincham is 22nd. 23rd is Josh Wilson with Garrett Smith racing introduction at number 24. Josh Williams runs in the 25th spot. BJ McLeod is 26th. 27th, Vinnie Miller. Joey Gase runs in the 28th spot. David Starr is 29th. And Mike Harmon soldiering along in the 30th spot.
Matt Mills in 31st, 32nd is Ron Bassett Jr., Jeff Green 33rd, 34th. All of these cars behind the wall in the garage area. Morgan Clifford, 34th, 35th, Tommy Joe Martins, Stan Mullis 36th, 37th, Bailey Kerr.
He continues to roll around the speedway. 121 laps have been completed. And right now, just watching long laps. Some of the drivers, they got to navigate some lap traffic here as we continue to go on. But boy, I am telling you, the way the has changed over the course of this one. Kyle Busch, now it is more than a 2-second advantage. He has really found another gear in this race. But of course, as we talked about with Jason Toy, Christopher Bell says for the long run, the problem is you can't get too far away, too far behind. If this thing stays lead, he's got a lot of distance to make up here as we roll on. Florence Care Center reports are brought to you by Blue Emu. Support healthy muscles and joints by using Blue Emu Maximum Arthritis for Blue Emu.
Improve visibility in your vehicle when you replace your worn wiper blades with a pair of Ryco Titan wiper blades. Plus, you'll get a $15 O'Reilly gift card. Don't risk your safety because of poor visibility. Get premium blades at guaranteed low prices. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better prices every day. When supplies, see store for details.
My neighbors always ask me, hey Pete, how do you keep your yard so nice?
Pete makes it simple with a Scott's Turf Builder feeding program. It's the best way to get the yard you want all year long, guaranteed. All it takes is 4 easy feedings. Just once in early spring, summer, and fall. Providing nutrition and weed control to keep your lawn lush and green.
So, now you know my secret.
This is a Scott's Yard. Pick up a Scott's Turf Builder program today.
125 laps have been completed, 126 right now as Rowdy Busch rolls down across the stripe. Justin Allgaier, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, and Ryan Truex in tow as we roll along 70 laps from the end of this one. From ISM Raceway, this is Motor Racing Network.
If you suffer from heartburn or other digestive-related disorders, then there is a new, safe, better, and natural alternative to better digestive wellness and heartburn relief. Praxid not only provides relief of heartburn, but Praxid takes a 360-degree approach to support better digestion, protect you from harmful bacteria, and also balance your stomach to improve digestive functions.
We like to think of it as the multivitamin of digestive health.
It's the only product to combine all natural ingredients known for the digestive health properties into a single patented product. Praxid also comes in easy-to-carry packs. Praxid relieves, restores, and maintains a healthy digestive system. Praxid is available here for only $39.95. Shipping and handling is free, and your money back is guaranteed.
To take advantage of this special radio offer, call now 1-800-829-5688. That's 1-800-829-5688. Again, 1-800-829-5688.
Here at ISM Raceway in Phoenix, Arizona, in 3 seconds in the advantage right now that Kyle Busch has. Justin Allgaier and Christopher Bell, they are battling for number 2 at NASCAR. We are switching to solutions in biofuel. Sunoco Green E15 so that we can offset our carbon emissions. We're not going to stop making a difference and need to learn more at NASCAR.com/green.
Big problem for Stephen Light from turn
And it's got Christopher Bell and Justin Allgaier have both pounded the wall in the fluid put down. Christopher Bell and Justin Allgaier, heavy damage. Their car is absolutely tattooed the turn 3.
Stephen Light has come to a stop right after start finish. His car erupted into flames. Turn 3 and 4 completely covered in white smoke. A tremendous incident here in the 3rd segment of the IK9 Service Dog 200. Let's go back out to Alex Hayden for a recap.
It all started there with that car of Stephen Light. The engine let go coming into turn 3. Justin Allgaier and Christopher Bell, 2nd and 3rd on the racetrack, were right behind him. They got in the fluid with the slick Goodyear Racing Eagle. Both of them lost control. Both cars slid up into the turn 3 safer barrier. Justin Allgaier's got significant damage. He's been able to refire and pull away. Christopher Bell has even more damage on his race car. Both of those two drivers have been able to pull away from turn 3, but both of them with hammering shots into the outside safer barrier.
The money line caution is out here at ISM Raceway. And Alex, I'm glad you talked about Justin Allgaier and Christopher Bell. The amount of smoke that was put down here by Stephen Light. There wasn't a chance in the world, Dan, or you and I can see him. I am telling you, it is now
still hasn't
finally
cleared, really.
We can see through the smoke right now. And Christopher Bell has driven away, and Justin Allgaier have both driven away. We actually just saw Christopher Bell's crew packed up the pit box already and headed back to the garage area. So those cars run in 2nd and 3rd, and they were just having a spirited battle for the 2nd spot. Those 2 cars out of business. The good news is, if you're looking at it from Stephen Light's perspective, the fire has gone out of the race right now. The safety crews are tending to him as he sits aboard the car here just to the turn 1 side of start-finish.
I don't think we've seen a motor let go like that in quite some time, folks. It was absolutely solid white, and here is Justin Allgaier and Christopher Bell with the worst of 2 worlds. Number 1, probably in good condition. Number 2, complete lack of visibility. We look at the damage on the Justin Allgaier car. It is, well, it looks relatively okay. Perhaps Christopher Bell was not as lucky. We are under caution, the underlying caution for the 4th time in the IK9 Service Dog 200. Wow, scary moment there in turns 3 and 4.
Actually, what I want to do here is Kyle Rickey is out in turn number 2. Kyle, Justin Allgaier's car is coming up alongside of you now. Describe what you see on the right side of that car.
Yeah, I looked last time by as well. It is minimal damage, a little bit of right rear damage right behind the right rear wheel well. He's heading to the pit lane now with some of the other leaders, but he should be able to continue.
Let's check in with Dylan Welch.
Down here, Dan, in the Justin Allgaier pit, and the crew is ready with the saws and the bear bond and everything that it takes to properly repair one of these race cars. And Justin is in his marks right now, and they're pulling on the right rear fender well. And as Kyle Rickey described, not a ton of damage that is too severe. They're working specifically on the right rear control panel area of the race car. They've got some bear bond. They've got the saws back there focusing on that area. Not a lot of emphasis on the right front. Now they go around to the right front, continue to try and patch up this 7 car as best they can. Jason?
Kyle Busch has come in, our leader. He'll hit 4 tires and fuel his final set of Goodyear Eagles. 2nd can of Sunoco fuel is in. Kyle Busch down on the way with the lead. Tyler Reddick close behind him as well. Cole Custer further up the track along with Noah Gregson as well. 4 tires and Sunoco fuel for them as they complete pit work here, perhaps for the final time.
We will reset the leaderboard for you. It would appear that Kyle Busch won the race off of pit road. Tyler Reddick 2nd. It is Ryan Truex 3rd, Cole Custer 4th, and Austin Cindric rounding out the top 5. We'll double check that for you again as we are under caution for the 4th time in the IK9 Service Dog 200.
Whatever you drive, wherever you go, Hercules Tires will get you there. Whether you're running on dirt or running a job. Hard, dependable, high-quality tires are the perfect fit for your needs. For unmatched value, selection, and warranty with industry-leading road hazard protection, there's only one choice: Hercules Tires. To learn more, visit HerculesTire.com or call 800-677-9535. Hercules Tires, right on our strength.
Hear that? That's the fastest Sunday of the year. The Auto Club 400 is the single biggest NASCAR race on the West Coast. Join thousands of speed-hungry race fans as we gather around to watch 40 of the world's best drivers lay it out on the line and drop the hammer flat out and 5 wide. Sunday, March 17th, the Auto Club 400, Auto Club Speedway in Fontana. Get your tickets at autoclubspeedway.com or call 800-944-RACE.
Friday, NASCAR's West Coast Swing lands in Southern California. Live coverage of Cup Series practice begins at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, only on the Motor Racing Network.
Still under caution, sponsored by Moneyline. From ISM Raceway, this is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Join Motor Racing Network every Tuesday night for NASCAR Live. Get the latest news and exclusive interviews from the biggest names in the sport.
But I mean, I don't know how to summarize it any better that, you know, a driver's home track where his family and friends are all present just feels like a bigger event.
Hear the thoughts and opinions from NASCAR insiders and much more.
I mean, when people come up to me all the time and say, hey, Rusty, who's going to win this week? I consistently say the 4-car.
It's NASCAR Live every Tuesday evening at 7 Eastern on the Motor Racing Network.
Live sports are the one true reality entertainment, where a single dramatic moment can become timeless. In NASCAR, Motor Racing Network's live broadcasts elevate your senses to the sights, sounds, and struggles taking place on the racetrack.
Austin Dillon leads the pack. No one ever thought he would contend for the win. He's going to win the 60th running of the Daytona 500.
The power of radio to the imagination of the listener. Tune in to the Motor Racing Network. Visit MRN.com for an affiliate list in your local area.
Back at ISM Raceway, where we are under the Moneyline caution for the 4th time in today's event, and probably one of the most spectacularly visual incidents we've seen in quite some time. We were talking about it during the break, how that motor for Stephen Light just absolutely hand grenaded when he entered turn 3 and really blocking the vision for everybody. Solid white smoke. It was impressive to watch, and then when he got across the stripe, he did pull it over to the left, and then it just kind of exploded in flames. So it's kind of the double whammy for Stephen Light. He is out of the car, and he is okay.
Absolutely amazing, and the two drivers behind him were the drivers in 2nd and 3rd. Justin Allgaier went up, and he back-slapped the wall and then nose-slapped the wall, and then Christopher Bell, and we're looking at the ISM vision screens, just to give you an idea of how much smoke there was. Still can't get a good visual on Christopher Bell. There's one shot of him totally sideways, and he just absolutely backed that car into the safer barrier. He's done. That car rolled along, and he sped fluid and parts and debris all over the racetrack. But the smoke was so thick that I don't even know that we have a good, clear shot of Christopher Bell other than him being sideways and just hanging on at that point.
Yeah, even the replays really aren't that clear. Interesting right now that they're putting the Speedy Dry around the outside of turns 3 and 4. That's for the fluid that was dropped by Christopher Bell. But Alex Hayden, they haven't even touched that part of the track where the Stephen Light car blew up.
No, they haven't, and the engine started to let go with that huge plume of white smoke that began to basically impede the vision of every other driver and all of us broadcasters and race fans as well. It started right here in the middle of turn number 3, it just, the car kept down basically at the bottom of the racetrack, guys, and nobody from the safety team or the cleanup has come down here to put Speedy Dry down at the bottom of the racetrack. That said, Justin Allgaier was on pit road. He came back around at speed trying to catch up to the tail end of the field, ran right in the bottom, right where Stephen Light's engine let go. He did not slip at all, so I'm a little perplexed like everybody else is.
They continue to work on the Justin Allgaier machine. Dylan Welch, what's an update there?
Well, Dan, they've come in a couple times and tried to patch up that car as best they can. And as Kyle Rickey described earlier, there's not a ton of damage. It just kind of narrowed the right side of that race car up. So they've come in and tried to patch it up as best they can, but not sure how bad the damage is, and not sure really they even know until they go back green. So we'll find out here shortly whether Justin still has a car that's capable of contending for a win.
All right, thank you, Dylan. While we're under the Money Lion caution, I want to remind you, NASCAR fans, did you know that kids 12 and under can get in free to NASCAR Xfinity Series and NASCAR Gander Outdoors Truck Series races? Visit NASCAR.com/KidsTix, that's T-I-X, KidsTix for more information.
Justin Allgaier again, another trip down pit road. I think this is the 3rd or 4th time he has of it in, as Dylan has documented, working on that race car. Kyle Busch is the race leader. We're at 137 laps have been completed. Tyler Reddick is second, Cole Custer is third, Ryan Truex is fourth, and Austin Cindric is fifth. What a turn of events down here. Now we got some of the sweeper trucks down here getting rid of all of the speedy dry off from the racetrack. So fascinating turn of events here with Stephen Light's car expired here right in front of the second and third place drivers. They were in the middle of a spirited battle. We had just talked about it during one of our breaks, what a good battle that Justin Allgaier and Christopher Bell would have. So they were both elbows up on the wheel, racing with each other. You go in the corner, you can't see, there's fluid down, and now they both have wounded race cars.
You talk about battles. The restarts now here at ISM are hectic, to say the least, with the new configuration. It's got the start-finish line at the dogleg, and we see many competitors go inside the white line of the apron. We'll have more on that in just a moment. What do you got there, Steve?
Well, let's head to the care center, Dylan Welch.
And Christopher Bell has just been released. What did you see and what did you feel there when you went into turn 3?
Well, I saw him blow up, so I knew that I was in trouble. I saw the 7 get sideways, and then by that time I'd entered the smoke wall. I knew that I was sliding, but I kind of...
Was your car good enough to win?
Well, it was early. Frustrating. I don't know, man. It's my car didn't really feel that much different, but I got behind him and I just couldn't really make up any ground.
He certainly was fast, and it was fun to watch him, but not the ending that they wanted for Christopher Bell. He is done for the day.
Frustrating for sure. MRN's Care Center updates are brought to you by Blue Emu. Blue Emu's family of products support healthy muscles and joints. Blue Emu is a family-owned and manufactured right here in America. Blue Emu works fast, and you won't stink.
All right, thank you very much, Steve. Hey, we talked a little bit about how hectic the restarts here are at ISM because of the new configuration. The start-finish line is right before the dogleg. There's a ton of real estate there to the left of the yellow line of the white line of the apron because of the broad expanse of asphalt available. But it is a violent transition. It's tough on a car, it's tough on a driver, and we asked the reigning Xfinity champion Tyler Reddick, is making that move worth the risk?
I mean, yeah, when you're you're trying to get track position early in a run or even late and you're trying to dodge lap cars, I mean, I'm just glad it's there and it's not grass that rips the splitter off. So I'd rather take beating my teeth out and having a little back pain going down there than having nowhere else to go.
Those are the thoughts of Tyler Reddick, and he mentioned the teeth, and the reason he said that is because a couple of years ago, Jimmy Johnson, he was asked, what do you think about that transition there? And he says, I'm not a fan of it. I try to avoid it as much because it's tough on the car and it's tough on my teeth. Those are the words of Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, indeed. It was fun. We actually, you and I actually hung out and talked with Tyler Reddick, and what a good young racer he is. I am telling you, I just love chatting with him from Redding, California, the reigning champion in this series, and he's just a fun kid to be around, a great racer, and really having a very solid effort here today. He's been second or third all day long, and right now he lines up in the second spot behind Kyle Busch. Hey, stay with MRN for the AutoZone commercial-free zone near the end of today's race. It's never a good feeling to see your check engine light on. Thankfully, the AutoZone Fix Finder service can tell you the most likely fix for free. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
So the field has just been given the 1-to-go signal. Let's take you through the leaderboard as far as we can get to it. Kyle Busch is your leader. Tyler Reddick, who we just heard from, he is in second. Cole Custer now in third. Ryan Truex fourth. Austin Cindric fifth. Chase Briscoe races in the sixth spot. Seventh, you'll find John Hunter Nemechek. Brandon Jones eighth. Ninth, Michael Annett. Ryan Sieg rounds out our top 10.
Justin Haley runs in the 11th spot. Noah Gragson runs in position number 9. Ross Chastain is Noah Gregson's in the number 9 car. He runs in the 12th spot. 13th spot is Ross Chastain. Brandon Brown is 14th. Jeremy Clements runs 15th with 16th Ray Black. Gray Galding, 17th spot. 18th spot is Justin Allgaier. Those are the 18 cars on the lead lap. 19th, one lap down, is Josh Bilicki. Chad Fincham is 20th.
All right, let me correct myself. They are just now getting the 1-to-go signals. The wave around cars take off, and they will come back around at the end, the tail end of the lead lap. Chad Fincham, you said, was in 20th. Tyler Hill in 21st. Josh Williams in 22nd. 23rd, Garrett Smithley. B.J. McLeod in 24th. 25th, Vinnie Miller. Joey Gase, 26th. 27th is David Starr. Matt Mills in 28th. 29th, Mike Harmon.
30th is Christopher Bell, going to be out of it. Stephen Light out of it in 31st. Ronnie Bassett Jr., Jeff Green, Morgan Shepard 34th, Tommy Joe Martin's 35th, and Stan Mullis, your 36th place runner at this point.
All right, the field is making their way back to the Geico restart zone, and the question is, does anybody have anything for Kyle Busch? I think the two closest competitors may have, suffered the travails here of tough racing at ISM Raceway. It's going to be up to Tyler Reddick and Cole Custer to run Kyle Busch down. Kyle Busch was awfully strong before that caution.
Adjustments. We're just going to have to see what the adjustments they made on this pit stop were. What adjustments did Kyle Busch make on his car? What adjustments did Tyler Reddick and Cole Custer make? They are in the Geico restart zone. Kyle Busch opting to go to the outside lane for the start, and man, he mashes the gas and he is gone. Kyle Busch, the race leader. After that, it's 2 wide. It's 3 wide down toward turn 1.
Ryan Truex and Tyler Reddick are side by side for the second spot. They're 3 wide for the 5th position. Cole Custer gets way loose and rips up the racetrack.
And he's going to give up every spot inside the top 10. Meanwhile, at the front, Kyle Busch has a car length and a half on Tyler Reddick.
Ryan Truex made a nice nifty move around the outside of Tyler Reddick, so Truex goes to that second position. Reddick in third, Austin Cindric filling his mirror. John Hunter Nemechek feels a challenge from Brendan Jones.
Brendan Jones on the inside of the racetrack. John Hunter Nemechek top side. They are side by side for the 5th spot. Nemechek will hang on to that position, utilizing the outside lane. Jones in 6th.
John Hunter Nemechek doing a nice job. He had contact on the left side of his race car earlier on. They've gotten that patched up. He's in the top 5.
He is in the 5th spot and right now closing in on Austin Cindric. Austin Cindric runs in 4th in the Mustang. It's John Hunter Nemechek in the Camaro running in the 5th spot. Nemechek on his back bumper.
Austin Cindric running full time this season for Team Penske, doing a nice job now in the top 5, running 4th, but only a car length over John Hunter Nemechek, who closes in from 5th.
At the front of the field, it's Ryan Truex beginning to run down the race leader, Kyle Busch. A car length 2 now in turn number 3.
The gap was about 4.5 car lengths, and you're right, Truex has chopped it down just a little bit. The nose wiggles on him coming off of turn 4, but he's still in hot pursuit of the leader, Kyle Busch.
Ryan Truex continuing to close in, now about 2.5 car lengths between himself and race leader Kyle Busch. Both of those cars locked up right up on the bottom of the racetrack.
No change in the gap between 1st and 2nd. Kyle Busch the leader, Ryan Truex in 2nd. They stay about 2 car lengths of separation.
Ryan Truex, the 26-year-old racer from Mayetta, New Jersey, younger brother of Martin Truex Jr. He is in the tire tracks of Kyle Busch. That distance stays about the same through the dogleg into turn 1.
And he'll admit this is the best opportunity he has had in quite some time driving for Junior Motorsports here this weekend in the 2nd spot, but losing a bit of ground now to Kyle Busch.
He did indeed. He slipped in the middle of turn number 2, so it went from a 2-car length deficit now to about 5 in turn 3.
53 laps remain. The IK9 service dog 200, and Kyle Busch starts to gain his rhythm once again. Crossing the stripe, the gap now 5/10 of a second over second place man Ryan Truex.
It took 3 or 4 laps for Kyle Busch to find his rhythm, but he has indeed found it here in this last lap or so. Pulling away now by 6 car lengths over Ryan Truex.
Watching Cole Custer further back in the back half of the top 10. As a matter of fact, running in the 10th position. He's on the rebound after the restart slip there. He's just now gotten back past Noah Gragson.
Yeah, that pass was for the 9th spot there, Alex. Noah Gragson not able to hang on to the spot, so Cole Custer on the comeback trail. He's up to 9th spot, but he has some ground to make up on 8th running Ryan Sieg.
He had a great save on the last restart when he got out of shape in the outside lane, lost about a half a dozen positions, moving around Noah Gragson, now closing in on Ryan Sieg for 8th.
And Cole Custer does have a bit of another loose slip off turn number 2. He's going to keep the deficit behind Ryan Sieg at about 3.5 car lengths.
Does that give Noah Gragson the good look from the 10th position on Cole Custer? We watch them cross the stripe. Right now, the gap between Custer and Gragson.
Make a challenge going into turn number 1 this time by. He'll remain in the 10th spot. Cole Custer in 9th, closing in on Sieg.
He is now beginning to come in on the back bumper of Ryan Sieg. How about a call for Ryan Sieg running in the 8th spot? He's maintaining that gap on Custer.
Alex, I was just thinking exactly what you said. Ryan Sieg, 31-year-old racer from Tucker, Georgia. Now, a couple years ago, he did make the Xfinity Series playoffs. Talk about a program just a little bit. Better sponsorship ship, a little bit better engine, a little bit better race cars. Right now he's running in the 8th spot, but Alex, as they head towards you, he is under challenge from Cole Custer.
Yeah, Custer's now been able to run him down. Custer right under the back bumper.
That is the fight for the 8th position. Ryan Sieg trying to hold on to it. Cole Custer almost taking it away right at the stripe.
Ryan Sieg slips up just a bit. Here comes Cole Custer to the bottom of the track. He continues his rebound in the latter half of the track. This is the side-by-side battle for position number 8.
Exiting turn number 2, the inside lane is where Cole Custer is. Outside for Ryan Sieg. He's got the momentum. Ryan Sieg will hang on to the spot.
Ryan Sieg, what a run off from turn number 2. A strong run around the outside of Cole Custer. He hangs on the spot. Custer's not giving up. Custer bird dogging him through the dogleg in turn 1.
Newer Cloud Racing versus RNS Racing. The family-owned Ryan Sieg racing with the family out here today in Phoenix, continuing to fend off Cole Custer.
Custer again off turn number 2, looks to the inside, trying to find room to race. Nothing there as they come back to the corner.
Kyle Busch continues his lead. It is now 1.2 seconds, make that 1.3 over second place man Ryan Truex. And this is kind of what we expected would play out. The guy's a 93-time winner in the Xfinity Series, won last week at Las Vegas. He is just that dominant. We had a chance earlier this week to catch up with Hunter Nemechek. We asked him, do you mind racing Kyle Busch, even though he is so dominant in these Xfinity races?
I like it. Every time I'm around him, I learn something new. To be the best, you have to beat the best. And he's the best in the Truck Series. He's the best on the Xfinity side and one of the best in the Cup Series. So every time he's on the racetrack, you're learning from him. He's top class champion. There's some things that you disagree with that he does, and there's some things that you agree with that he does. But overall, really great time on the racetrack. You can go to him, you can ask him questions, you can learn. And he's definitely been a help to me, being able to go and ask questions in the past. But overall, it's fun to be able to race against him. I wish we could have beat him last week in Vegas, but it just makes me strive to be better. Yeah, it's frustrating to run second, but as an organization, we continue to get better each and every week. And that's the main thing. We have to continue to get better and better and just get our equipment better. Myself as a driver, learning restart, learning how to beat him in that situation next time.
Well, that's John Hunter Nemechek. That second place run came awful close to Kyle Busch last week, and talked to a lot of the younger drivers down there in the garage area, and they really like having that excellent measuring stick to see where they stack up. And, hey, we were talking Kyle Busch, the guy that's been in the series. He is a great measuring stick, and these drivers are learning a lot from racing with. Hey, we're going to take you into the AutoZone commercial next.
We're all about giving you more ways to get more done. Like our free lease tool program. You can choose from over 100 specialty tools, borrow the one you need, and get the job done right. Got more to do? We've got more for you to do it. Looking to protect your engine? Regular oil and oil filter changes are the best way to keep your engine running strong and running long. And if you're looking to do the job yourself, AutoZone can help. Let us help you. More than 5,600 locations nationwide. Deposit required. Restrictions and details.
Let's observe the inflatable noodle man. His constant undulating entices people to look at me, look at me. He's tireless and brainless, a literal airhead. Curiously, however, the inflatable noodle man, when hearing Geico, not only saves people money, but also has an award-winning app that makes it easy to manage one's policy. He knows who should switch, because yes, switching to Geico is a no-brainer. Just ask an inflatable noodle man. Carefully, they guide and protect creatures.
158 laps of 259 now as they cross the stripe of 200 have been completed. Kyle Busch is the leader. About a second and a half back to Ryan Truex, Tyler Pettit, Austin Cindric, and John Hunter Nemechek are the top 5 racers from ISM Raceway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
MRN's Classic Races.
Labonte gets crossed up. Labonte goes around. Dale Earnhardt now watches Labonte spun across the line and got the win.
Spanning 50 years of NASCAR racing.
It is a beautiful afternoon here in Daytona Beach. The action will be fast and furious.
Legendary races. Legendary races.
Well, simply, I just hope he chokes on that 200,000. That's all I can.
MRN's Classic Races. Available on MRN.com, iTunes, and your favorite podcast provider.
He did touch it. No, he knocked the hell out of it.
That's the fastest Sunday of the year. The Auto Club 400 is the single biggest NASCAR race on the West Coast. Join thousands of speed-hungry race fans as we gather around to watch 40 of the world's best drivers lay it out on the line and drop the hammer flat out, 5 wide. Sunday, March 17th, the Auto Club 400, Auto Club Speedway in Fontana. Get your tickets at autoclubspeedway.com or call 800-944-RACE.
Remaining here, and you are entering the commercial-free zone presented by AutoZone. It's never a good feeling to see your check engine light on. Thankfully, the AutoZone Fix Finder service can tell you the most likely fix for free. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Steve, we've got 38 laps remaining in the LP9 Source Dog 200. Kyle Busch's lead over Ryan Truex is now almost 2 seconds. It's 1.85. Second place is Ryan Truex. Kyle Busch's statistics because they are sobering, they are staggering, and it's just amazing. And to be honest, you know, love him or hate him, folks, he's a heck of a deal man, and he has earned every one of these wins. First of all, he's the only driver who won both races in the same year, and he did it twice, in 2013 and 2016. And let's look at his wins here at ISM by series. He has 2 wins in the Truck Series, 2 wins in the Cup Series, 10 in the NASCAR Xfinity.
14-time winner here at ISM Raceway, matching Kevin Harvick. That's 14. Now, Kevin, these earthly numbers are skewed toward the Cup side, but when you take those wins, you put them all together, that is 90 career Xfinity Series wins. Add that with 53 Truck Series wins and 51 Cup Series wins, and he is at 197 victories. Kyle Busch, one of those drivers that is going to be, when it comes time for him to hang up the helmet, and we get past that window, and when it comes time for his name to be on the ballot of the NASCAR Hall of Fame, it is going to be another one of those first ballot drivers into the Hall.
I can remember a time when everybody thought no one will ever be able to beat Mark Martin's record. I mean, there's no way in the I believe Mark has 5 wins somewhere in that neighborhood. And to just obliterate that record on the part of Mark Martin, it's really a testament to Kyle Busch's strength. Now, one of the records that he has not yet beat Mark Martin at is most wins at a single venue. And here at ISM, Kyle Busch has won 10 times. Mark Martin, that record slim. He has 11 wins at Rockingham. Kyle Busch wins here today. He'll tie Mark Martin for most wins.
And I sat through most of Mark Martin at Rockingham, and I thought no one would ever do anything like that against Kyle Busch. Definitely an amazing run there for sure. And we have an amazing run right now. The battle for the 5th spot. Brandon Jones off turn number 2. He has it, but they're mixing it up from 5th on back, Alex.
They really are. You got Cole Custer there. You got Michael Annett there. You've got John Hunter Nemechek. All of them right together.
And there is traffic involved as well as Cole Custer swings out wide off the third floor. He opens the door for Michael Annett.
David Starr, one of those lap cars as Michael Annett goes to the inside of Cole Custer for the 6th spot. That allows Brandon Jones to break away a couple of car lengths. He races the battle off turn 2.
And now that bright orange burger entry for David Starr, the lap machine, has himself right in the middle of this hornet's nest. Cole Custer will go to his inside. Michael Annett is there.
Michael Annett right out of the tire traction. Cole Custer, number 3 off turn number 4. Cole Custer runs in position number 6. Michael Annett dives to the low side. Like trying to get close.
There's David Starr as they exit the dog leg and enter turn number 1. But Michael Annett has about 3 car lengths to try to reel in Cole Custer for that 6th spot.
That's like an accordion. They got stretched out just a bit, working lap traffic. Now they're beginning to tighten things back up. Brandon Jones is the one leading this group.
Absolutely right, Alex. Well, Michael Annett is trying to reel in Custer. Custer is trying to reel in Brandon Jones. Jones continues to ride in that 5th position. He makes his way through the nose.
Brandon Jones has some lap traffic just ahead in the person of Chad Fincham. Fincham moves his car up the racetrack. Brandon Jones goes to the inside. Here comes Cole Custer to within a car length.
Cole Custer's been up and down the leaderboard for the better part of the afternoon. Right now, he tends to be trending in the right direction. Underneath that lap machine, he goes.
Underworking the low side of that lap car of Fincham. Yeah, he gets a great run. Cole Custer, he knocks 2 car lengths. He knocks 3 car lengths under it. He is on the back bumper of Brandon Jones for 5th.
That's a great run off of turn number 4 that will carry into turn number 1 for Cole Custer to the inside of the racetrack. Brandon Jones slides up. Here's Custer.
Custer slips, coming off turn 2. Nearly lost the back of the race car. He had to regroup. That enables Brandon Jones to get right back in front of him.
Cole Custer, however, knocking on the door. He's half a car length off the rear bumper of Brandon Jones. They're literally nose to tail, off the turn and dog leg.
Now they're side by side at the dog leg. Cole Custer, another great run on the inside of Brandon Jones. This is for position number 5. Custer to the bottom of the racetrack is able to make the pass on Brandon Jones.
Another lap car right in front of him from Florida. It's BJ McLeod. McLeod looks in the mirror. He's going to stay on the outside lane. That's going to force these two to go to the bottom.
Cole Custer is just rolling in that Mustang here the last 5 or 10 laps. He's very, very quick. He is 2 car lengths. He has 3 car lengths. He's 4. He's 5 cars ahead of Brandon Jones.
This battle for position, some half a track behind race leader Kyle Busch, who's already entering turn number 3. This battle for position with Brandon Jones down, exiting turn 2.
Michael Annette is on the back doorstep now of Brandon Jones, so Custer was able to fight his way by. Brandon Jones has more trouble lurking behind.
And all of that going on way behind our leader, Kyle Busch, with now just 26 laps remaining. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Motor Racing Network. Back to ISM Raceway and the Motor Racing Network's coverage of the iK9 Service Dog 200. I'm Dan Hunt alongside his state host, Kyle Rickey and Alex Hayden covering the action down on pit road. We've got Jason Corey and Dylan Welch. And now, with 5 laps remaining this afternoon. Plenty of battles and good fighting throughout the field, but in segment 3, it's been all Kyle Busch. His lead now 2.3 seconds over Ryan Truex.
Ryan Truex runs in the 2nd spot. Tyler Reddick is 3rd. Austin Cindric is 4th. And keeping a keen eye on Cole Custer. Now, he is a long way back. Watching his lap times for the last 2 laps, he has been the fastest car on the racetrack. And again, this time, he is the fastest car on the racetrack. Cole Custer, the good news is he's got a fast race car. He's in the 5th spot, but unfortunately, he's 9 seconds behind the race leader. So, fast race car is good, but he's not that fast to make that distance.
Let's go out to the turns and get a couple of observations. Kyle Rickey, first, I want you to tell me, what is Kyle Busch doing right now? Does he appear to be forcing the issue, or
no,
is he conserving the car?
Not at all. He's not forcing anything. Very comfortable right after this run goes, the more comfortable he gets. He's catching the lap traffic at just the right spots on the racetrack, at least here in turns 1 and 2. Able to make the move, no pressure from behind. Not as comfortable as he, well, always is here in Phoenix as Kyle Busch right now.
Alex Hayden, what can you tell us for turns 3 and 4?
Well, we heard Christopher Bell say earlier in the broadcast, as well as John Hunter Nemechek, that Kyle Busch, even though the car may not be the best in the world, that he can still get more out of the race car than anybody else. And they learned from that. I'm not so sure Kyle Busch's car is the best on the track right now, but it's Kyle Busch that's holding the steering wheel. It's Kyle Busch that's standing on the loud pedal to make this thing go around this 1-mile racetrack. I think Kyle Busch is the difference maker. He may not have the best car, Dan. Kyle Busch is the best driver.
Boy, I'll tell you what, he is making it look good right now. That's 21 laps from the end of the thing, and he's got carbon. He is 1.5 seconds ahead of Ryan Truex. He is just rolling. He's picking him up and setting him down. Just races past another one of the cars on the racetrack. Greg Galding puts him a lap down as he continues to roll along, lapping up to 17th place, Greg Galding.
Now, I can appreciate the top 5 are separated, but as we got just a handful of 20 laps left here, Tyler Reddick in that 3rd spot may be closing the gap on Ryan Truex. That battle's over in turn 1.
Back to the corner, Ryan Truex has that position. Tyler Reddick is indeed closing in, and both of those cars close in on the Miller lap car.
Miller will give room, and he'll let that Truex car go by with no problem. Now it's going to be Reddick that's going to have to deal with that lap machine. About
8 car lengths between Kenny Miller, about halfway between those 2 cars, running for position number 2. Miller way down on the inside, giving plenty of room, as now Tyler Reddick moves to the low side of the Miller lap car.
Able to clear the lap car upon entry into turn number 1 for Tyler Reddick. About 5 car lengths back behind Ryan Truex.
Even though these two are beginning to tighten up for 2nd and 3rd, they are going to have themselves 3 more lap machines and another lap, maybe 2, they're going to have to deal with.
Timing and scoring is showing us that Tyler Reddick is running about 1.5 miles an hour faster then is Ryan Truex. Reddick continues his pursuit of Ryan Truex.
Tyler Reddick in that third spot. Ryan Truex continuing to maintain the second position. Still about 7 or 8 car lengths between them as they now will cruise into Alding car.
Alding gets his car right against the outside wall. No problem there. These two cars still separated by some 7 or 8 car lengths.
7 or 8 car lengths, the difference between second and third as they roll along here. 18 laps from the end, looking back through the field. Pretty good battle back here for the 6th spot. Brandon Jones has the spot. Michael Annett, a lap or two ago, was alongside. And don't look now, here comes Chase Briscoe. They're down across the stripe. Battle for 6. Jones, Annett, and Briscoe toward turn 1.
Chase Briscoe has really come to life here in these last couple of laps. His teammate in Hunter moved around John Hunter. Even check 5 laps ago. Closing in on Michael Annett now off turn 2.
These 3 cars are right together on the racetrack. Halfway down the backstretch. This is 6th, 7th, and 8th as they work their way into turn 3.
Tip of the cap to Chase Briscoe. He slightly hissed the wall with the right side of his machine in stage 1. He has scrambled back, now riding in that 8th position, but he's got his eyes focused up ahead on Michael Annett.
Car length separate those 2 cars. Michael Annett in the 7th spot. Chase Briscoe in 8th. Both of those cars about 4 car lengths behind the driver that leads this trio of traffic, led by Brandon Jones.
And it seems like each one of these 3 cars are better at certain parts of this 1-mile track. For the moment, Brandon Jones is able to keep everybody behind him.
I was watching the same thing at Alex. Brandon Jones spots. He's good. It's off turn number 4. He cranks it to the left. Down across the apron through the dog leg, side by side.
Right to the bottom. Michael Annett, so move Briscoe up to 7th now, and hot on the heels of Brandon Jones for 6th.
And here comes Jones off the corner, a little bit of a lower exit off turn 2. Briscoe, he's not completely finished with Michael Annett because Annett is still right there.
Every position in the top 10 is worth a point. Here comes Chase Briscoe off of turn 4, trying to get to the bumper of Brandon Jones. Put the gap at 2.5 car lengths.
Brandon Jones will hang on to that as they make their way into turn number 3. Briscoe about a length back, and it's going to be Michael Annett. 3 cars under a blanket from 6th on back to the back straightaway.
Heck of a race here with 3 cars, 7th and 8th on the racetrack. Back to turn 3 to go. No change in the running order.
No change at all, but boy, it is tight as they roll up off from turn number 4 right now. Brandon Jones has the spot. Chase Briscoe, though, I think Chase Briscoe might be the best of these 3 cars.
I would agree with that close man as they enter turn number 1, and Chase Briscoe now just waiting for Brandon Jones to perhaps bobble ever so slightly off of turn 2, because he'll be there to make the pass.
Brandon Jones for not bobbling at all. He's been able to be rock solid in this group, continuing to hold on to the 6th spot.
Let's move up the field just a bit. Austin Cindric under serious attack for Cole Custer. That's for 4th.
3 wide, the left car in the middle, Mike Harmon. They'll split up into turn number 1, and it will be Cole Custer getting that spot into the inside of the racetrack to pass on Austin Cindric.
A couple of Ford Mustangs doing that inside the top 5. They exit turn 2. Still nose to tail. Cindric wants the spot back, but he's not going to be able to do it.
Cole Custer down on the inside. Cindric right in his tire. Left side tires right down on the yellow line, but Cole Custer gets that spot. He's able to race away now just a little bit. 1 car length, 2 car lengths.
Continues to extend that advantage into turn number 1, and it's going to be Cole Custer over Austin Cindric with side-by-side left cars ahead.
They are indeed. That's going to create some issues and some headaches for these 2 drivers. Custer in the 4th spot. He's going to be the first to have to negotiate this.
The slipping and the sliding starts to get just a bit more intense. We've got 10 laps remaining in this afternoon's event. Cole Custer has the 1st spot. He's got some serious traffic up ahead.
Closing in on Ross Chastain along with Ray Galden. Both Chastain and Galden go to the outside lane. Here's Cole Custer and Austin Cindric to the bottom on turn 2.
That battle begins to settle down in the lap traffic behind them. 6th, 7th, and 8th is hot and heavy again. Chase Briscoe is able to get up underneath Brandon Jones. Briscoe will get by. Brandon Jones not at all happy about that. He's going to go on the attack.
He goes on the attack, but he can't make anything full moves because Michael Annett is keeping a keen eye on him. Give Briscoe position number 6. Brandon Jones 7th, Michael Annett in the 8th spot.
Further proof that this car has really come to life, as it looks like David Starr may have an issue off of turn number 2. Talking about Chase Briscoe coming to life a couple of months ago, moving around Brandon Jones.
And David Starr's car is very slow. He's right on the bottom of turns 3 and 4. Here's this trio coming up now. They're going to closely come to the back bumper of David Starr.
Briscoe trying to pull away as much as he can, put it at 4 to 5 car lengths. David Starr seems to be losing power through the dog leg as everybody gets by on the right-hand side.
Keeping an eye on David Starr to see if he'll make it back to pit road, as behind them the battle for 7th is on as Brandon Jones slides up the racetrack. Here's Michael Lynch to the bottom.
Trying to get a fender alongside on turn 2. Momentum from the outside lane in the forward. Brandon Jones will hang on this run.
Brandon Jones able to hang on the spot. Michael Annette is all over it out into turn number 3. Now up off of turn number 4. Annette about a half a car length below. Now in the tire track. He's right on the back bumper.
Brandon Jones hangs onto that spot for now by a car length. Michael Annette is there. David Starr has made it to the pit lane. John Hunter Nemechek now part of this battle just behind Michael Annette.
Again, Annette looks to the inside of Brandon Jones on turn 2. Nothing there as of yet. He stays right behind the rear spoiler.
Only 6 laps remain in today's event. The I-Canine Service Dog 200. It's Michael Annette all over the rear bumper of Brandon Jones.
This is by far the best battle among the top 10 right now. Brandon Jones has the spot. Michael Annette wants it, has had several looks to the inside. John Hunter Nemechek has closed in with the car length of this battle as well.
Nemechek, you wonder how long he's going to afford to be patient watching these two in front of him. They continue to put on a heck of a fight for position.
Point indeed. We talked about Chase Briscoe. Briscoe kind of stepped out on this one, so he has been able to distance himself from Brandon Jones. And such luck for Brandon Jones, still about a car length back to Michael Annette.
Battle for about the 7th spot on the racetrack. Brandon Jones has it. Michael Annette is there. John Hunter Nemechek is there. Chase Briscoe, however, is not. Passed up a couple of laps ago, and he is pulled away.
Briscoe's now in heavy traffic. These lap cars he's having to get around. Briscoe will clear them. Brandon Jones now is going to have to do the same.
But now we have 4 laps remaining. Let's pick up the leader coming off of turn 2. It is Kyle Busch by a bunch. A 3.6 lead over Ryan Truex.
Been keeping an eye on Kyle Busch. He has been absolutely masterful weaving in and out of lap traffic.
Weaving in and out of lap traffic, but right now there's no lap traffic in front of him. About 25 car lengths down across the stripe. 3 laps to go. Kyle Busch, the race leader, for turn 1.
Free and clear of any traffic of any kind for Kyle Busch. Another dominant afternoon all by himself on the racetrack. Off for turn number 2 is Kyle Busch.
Being the master that he is at ISM Raceway, Kyle Busch now has plenty of real estate in front of him and plenty behind him. No challenges at all.
Last time by, I actually had to press my ear against the glass. I couldn't even hear the motor of Kyle Busch. Literally on cruise control, off of turn 4, he goes to the dog leg.
I promise you, Dan, it's running at the front of the field right now for Kyle Busch, right to the bottom of the race. Looking a little bit on Jeremy Clemens. He may get to Clemens before this race is all said and done.
Although he's got nobody within 30, maybe 40 cars behind him, I'm not so sure Kyle Busch is even going to mess with some of these back markers. Kyle Busch in clean air.
Left side tires right down on the yellow line around the apron of turn number 3. Off turn number 4, white flag is in the air. Kyle Busch sets the pace. He leads back to turn 1.
By himself in the front of the field, closing in on Mike Harmon along with Jeremy Clemens. This race leader Kyle Busch, a dominant afternoon, continues off turn 2 for the final time here at ISM Raceway.
The car has some problems on the backstretch, weaving back and forth. Here comes the race leader Kyle Busch, who is in heavy traffic as they get around that limping car.
Watching Kyle Busch, he negotiates around that other machine. Kyle Busch comes off of turn 4, and for the 94th time in his Xfinity career, he takes the checkered flag. Kyle Busch wins at ISM Raceway in an absolutely dominant performance. Ryan Truex finishes 2nd. 3rd is Tyler Reddick. Let's go down to pit road.
High fives all around. 2nd week in a row. They're going to victory lane with this Toyota here for Joe Gibbs Racing. Then Mishores, the crew chief down here. He gets a high five to the crew down below. And Ben, big congratulations, you guys. Back-to-back weeks. As he talks to his driver, making his way down, giving him some final instructions, tell him where victory lane is here right behind us. And Ben, congratulations, back-to-back weeks in victory lane.
Wow, this is awesome. Yeah, we struggled a little bit at the beginning there. The car didn't seem like we handled it, wasn't practice, and then those last 2 set of tires that came back to where we were in practice. And Kyle did a good job giving us good feedback all day. The guys on pit road did a great job, and the guys built us the guys at Joe Gibbs Racing built us another fast race car. So good weekend.
Burning down the tires up here on the front stretch in front of the pit box. Kyle Busch to victory lane here at ISM Raceway.
Making almost white smoke as Stephen lone motor earlier today. Kyle Busch, a very, very happy driver. He now ties Mark Martin for most victories at a single venue at number 11. We'll be back with news from the top 5.
And Now, a quick comparison from Grasshopper. When a client calls, what do you want them to hear? Your personal voicemail?
Hey, you've reached Greg's. Thanks for calling Green Landscape. To make an appointment, dial 1. For billing, dial 2. To speak with Greg Smith,
They're your best voice forward with system for small business. Try it free at grasshopper.com.
Live sports are the one true reality entertainment where a single dramatic moment can become timeless. In NASCAR, Motor Racing Network's live broadcast elevates your senses. The sights, sounds, and struggles taking place on the racetrack.
Austin Dillon leads the pack. No one ever thought he would contend for the win. He's going to win the 60th running of the Daytona 500.
The power of radio to the imagination of the listener. Tune in to the Motor Racing Network. Visit MRN.com for an affiliate list in your local area.
NASCAR Live Race Day continues on the Motor Racing Network.
Kyle Busch, well, he's got this routine down, doesn't he? He's got the flag stand, has the checkered flag, and he will take his victory lap at ISM Raceway. Looking sharp, and that 18 car was able to avoid all the tribulations that the other drivers experienced here this afternoon. Not only did he win, he just won big.
He really did, and I think the thing was, it wasn't a 200-lap Kyle whooping. It was the final 100 laps, the adjustments they made, and I'm interested to hear in victory lane, Jason Troy talks about victory lane, it'll be interesting to hear what he says. Kyle is making his way to victory lane. Some of the drivers have climbed out of their race cars down here. Let's get down to Jason Toy.
Cole Custer finishes up in 4th, and started off in that same place as well. So what about your day?
I mean, we got the car pretty good. I mean, we weren't bad there at the end. I think we were the fastest car on the track. Every restart, I gave up too many spots and just couldn't get it going good. But I mean, our odds animation Mustard is pretty solid. It's just extremely frustrating, just because we were so good there at the end. We didn't have the track to do, but we'll be better next week.
All right, there you go. He finishes up in the 4th spot.
All right, those are the thoughts of Cole Custer. He kind of saved his best for last. We really didn't talk about him too much until the 3rd and final second. Then he got involved in the 6th spot. All in all, not a bad day for
He
Cole
was
Custer.
very quick, and he talked about it. He had the fastest car. I was watching some lap times there with about 20 laps to go, and he ran 4 laps faster than Kyle Busch did, but he was 9 seconds behind. Gave up, just as he said, gave up so much space on those restarts, and you just can't do that, especially when you have a machine in the name of Kyle Busch out of the front of the field. He is just knocking laps down. Let's go back down trackside to Dylan Welch.
And Tyler Reddick, who comes home in the 3rd spot. A solid day for you guys overall. Just didn't seem like you could kind of bust through that 2nd or 3rd place hump there. What kind of more did you need to get up to the top spot?
Well, that's the problem. I don't know. Hats off to RCR. They brought a fantastic purple Chevrolet. Our Camaro was really good most of this race, and honestly really couldn't give us a good sense of direction in practice, so we just kind of threw what Daniel ran in here last year, and Hamrick had a pretty good setup under this thing, so hopefully I can figure out what I need to break through and contend with the 18 there at the end. But all in all, it's a little bit better than I've ran here in the past, but I'm not very good at this racetrack.
It was a solid day for sure for Tyler Reddick, despite it not being one of his favorite places to run. He comes home in the 3rd spot this afternoon.
You know, I like this Tyler Reddick.
Oh, he's a great
Lots
kid.
of humility, and he told us yesterday, he goes, you know what, about his qualifying effort, I'm no Daniel Hemrick.
It's the first thing he said. Yeah, I'm no Daniel Hemrick. He is just, he really understands who he is, how he is, and what he needs to work on, and he's worked on it really well. A 3rd place run, pretty stout effort for a guy who doesn't care for this racetrack. Back to Dylan.
And with Ryan Truex, who comes home runner-up today, not too bad for your first time in the junior motorsports car. Are you happy with how today went?
I am. I made a few mistakes at the start of the race and got us behind on track position, and then we lost the track position under yellow when we had that weird deal happen. So we battled back, and Taylor and these guys really made good adjustments on the car, and you know, he was able to take my feedback and give me what I needed, and that caution came out at the perfect time, and we got the right lane on the restarts. Pit crew was awesome all day, and yeah, we had the right lane, and I was able to follow Kyle up through there, and I thought maybe I had something for him at the start of the run, but I could see he was pretty free, and it seemed like once we got going there and everything kind of strung out, he drove away a little bit. But I just, you know, I drove it as hard as I could, drove my heart out. I was hoping he'd make a mistake or catch a lapper at the wrong spot, so I just never gave up on it. But yeah, proud of this day and proud of what I was able to do in this car.
Yeah, really nice effort for Ryan Truex. He comes home in the 2nd spot this afternoon, and we'll walk over here and talked to a couple Ford drivers as well. Chase Briscoe and Austin Cindric come home in the 6th and 5th spot, respectively. Austin Cindric comes home in 5th. Solid day for you, too. You kind of just hung in there all day, it seemed like. How would you evaluate the day?
Yeah, I think, honestly, I'm happiest with this race than any race we've done so far, just because it's a solid executed day. No woes on pit road. We were able to get a strategy call in there, good call by Brian, and able to hold off Bell to get a playoff point, which is, for me,